Hello, you beautiful individuals. Today we are back again with somebody who I haven't looked at in, it's been a while. I'm pretty sure I've only done one video on Roger from Mudfossil University. So, in case you're not aware, just a quick rundown. Roger, who, unlike most conspiracy, like, science denying or whatever type people, I actually I have a soft spot for Roger. Like I don't know. I like the guy. I mean, I love his passion. He actually does research. Mind you, his interpretation of that research is, well, to put it lightly, bonkers. But I don't know. There's just something about the dude. Like he just, I don't know what it is. Like I don't know if it's because I find him funny or what, but essentially the dude believes that dragons are not only real, but are quite literally as big as the planet, essentially. I mean, he basically every mountain range, or at least some mountain ranges, are dead dragons, according to him. And he also believes that planets are alive and not like, Mother Nature, whatever, blah blah blah, like literally alive, like they're actual living beings. God, what else? Basically any rock formation or statue he believes was once a giant or some kind of creature that died and solidified. The dude believes some wacky stuff, but at the same time, I don't know. It's probably why I don't cover him very often, because I kind of like him. I don't know. He just had, maybe it's his demeanor or what, but I don't know. It's not that I feel bad making fun of him or like talking about what he believes in. It's just I can see the passion that he has. And even though it's completely nonsense and just beyond out there, you got to give it to the dude. Like he found his passion and he goes with it. I mean, he still, from what I can tell, has yet found the ability to use screen capturing software, but that's neither here nor there. However you want to make your videos is, make them your own way. At least he's making videos and he's doing pretty well. I mean, 203,000 subscribers, that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I mean, look at me. I only got like 500, so. And, it ain't like my videos or anything that great, but hey, the dude is interesting to say the least. And the reason I picked this one was because I seen that he's talking about Professor Dave. And don't worry, this isn't going to be like I'm all of a sudden switching over to just talking about Professor Dave or anything, since this is the second video in a row now that has him involved. I just saw it and I was like, well, screw it. I just did one about Professor Dave. Why not do another one? But yeah, so this is discussions on all new science with Professor Dave and Roger Spur, starting with geology. Roger Spur being, Roger from Mudfossil University. Now, I don't know if him and Professor Dave are actually going to be talking in this video. Uh, that would actually be very interesting. It wouldn't honestly surprise me. Like, I've personally had, emails with Professor Dave on multiple occasions, actually just asking him questions about, um, like tips and tricks to debating Kent Hovind, because Professor Dave did it before and then I did it. But the point is that Professor Dave is a very, very nice and kind individual. So it wouldn't surprise me if he decided to have a discussion with Roger here, even if it is about a pretty crazy theory. But yeah, so let's just jump right in and see what this is all about.
Good morning, my outstanding friends. I am excited. I have found
I mean, look at that. Like, how can you not love the dude? like you could just see his excitement and passion in his face. Like, I don't know. I mean, if you've ever watched Sir Sick, he's covered him a few times, and he likes to talk about how Roger always kind of sounds like he may be drinking a bit, which, that's fine with me. I mean, I love to drink, so yeah, whatever. All more power to you. But, at least Sir Sick is actually on the same kind of like mindset as me, that even though Roger is clearly a bit, batshit, he's still he's still just a nice fella, and it's just hard not to like him.
I hope a soulmate here.
Whoa. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Your soulmate. I mean, hey, whatever you're into. I mean, I get it. Professor Dave, good looking dude. Feel like he's a bit young for you, but hey, whatever. I mean, to each their own. I'm pretty sure Professor Dave is married as well, but obviously, I'm joking. I'm sure he means a soulmate as in like somebody who can discuss this theory that Roger has. But anyway.
This guy is Professor Dave Explains. Now, I don't know anything about him. Somebody left me a comment saying, talk to this guy. You're always complaining nobody will talk to you. Well, nobody will talk to me. Now, he's saying he can explain virtually everything I talk about. I just scrolled through real quickly, and then I watched this introduction, which I'm going to show you in a second. And if he's true to his words, I'm excited.
To be honest, Professor Dave probably would talk to you about this or have some kind of I don't know if he would make a video with him, but I could easily see if Roger would reach out through email, I'm more than certain Professor Dave would actually talk to him about it. Mind you, Professor Dave obviously a bit snarky and, sarcastic, and he's not afraid to call people out on bullshit. So, like, hopefully he doesn't hurt Roger's feelings, but he might. But either way, I do truly believe that if Roger would reach out in a respectable manner and actually try to discuss with him his theories, that Professor Dave would be happy to explain, well, quite frankly, why Roger is wrong. And honestly, he'd probably do it in a very professional and kind manner. I mean, usually Dave seems to only get all like, you know, like whatever snarky and combative against people who are charlatans and liars who try to deceive people. Which to me, Roger doesn't seem like he does that. Like Roger seems like he truly believes in what he is, like this theory that he has. And it's not like he's, to me at least, I mean, I don't know, I could easily be wrong, but it doesn't seem like he's doing this to try to rip people off or make money from people like, Kent Hovind or Ken Ham, or if you've seen Professor Dave's videos about the DI Institute, like all those people, like frickin' whatever, that James Tor, that frickin' moron. So that's the difference between Roger and most of those people. Is Roger's actually seems like a genuine person who just believes a very out there theory.
Because he's making statements. A lot of them make statements, but not the way he's making statements when he's talking about, I really want to advance education, I want to discuss, I want to debate, I want to interact. This is what I need, somebody like that. Now, he's got 3 million subscribers, more than that, quite a bit more than that, but he's got over 3 million. That's a lot of people. Now, if they're truly interested in his explanations, well, let me put it this way. What I intend to do is to discuss my interpretation of what he's saying and what my feeling is on the subject. So I'm going to sort of go through his statements and claims in his videos, and I'll basically debate him unless he, I'm hoping he'll want to engage. And if he wants to engage, I am 100% ready and willing. And, I'd love to do some Zooms with him and, back and forth and discuss and what mainstream is compared to what the new research is. And this is new research. It's not just some silly thing.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, Roger, but it is a bit of a silly thing. I mean, the idea that mountain ranges are dead dragons, that's kind of a silly thing. But you never know. I mean, I've seen Professor Dave debate some pretty out there people, so he might. Honestly, I hope he does. Like, I would love to watch that video. I really hope that happens.
Everything I show, I have evidence to support. It's not like even the light research, the fossils, everything. And he goes through all that physics, chemistry. The periodic table has to change. He's a chemistry guy, and
He is, and seriously, just a little side note. I said it last video, but if you're in school, like whether high school or college level, and you need help basically in any subject relating to science. I mean, chemistry, physics, geology, pretty much anything. Go to Professor Dave Explains. Like, he makes very in depth educational videos that are extremely helpful.
he's a biology guy, he's physics guy, he's all that stuff, and that's exactly what I need. And once we can establish those ground rules, we can understand what's really going on. How big is the universe, basically? We were never going to understand that, but I can tell you one thing right now, light slows down and it comes to us. There's no way in the world that the things are as far away as they think they are. The light coming from them is going...
No, no, no. Light stays at a constant speed in a vacuum. That's anyway. And real quick, just saying, if in case anyone's wondering what the deal with the feather he's holding, that's kind of his shtick. Like I said before, he doesn't use screen recording software. So normally, like, if this was a normal video of his, he would just have his camera pointed at the screen and he's like pointing with the feather at stuff on the screen. I mean, that's just kind of what he does. I mean, it's whatever. That's his style. Nothing against it. I mean, it works for him clearly. The dude has a couple 100,000 subscribers, so obviously people enjoy this.
and just barely slowing down. By the time it hits us, they think it's because everything's being pulled away because of expansion. No, the light is coming and slowing down, shifting to red. It's very, very simple to understand. They think the universe is a vacuum. It's not. You can see it's just saturated with particles. And as I will show you, light is a particle. So I want to engage respectfully with Professor Dave here. You know, because I'm going to show you this little short video, and he seems like a nice guy. And again, I haven't seen anything he's done yet, but his statements excite me. Let me put it that way. Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna skip past this part where he plays Professor Dave's video, so just give me a second. Okay, so and not that I wouldn't want to show Professor Dave's video by any means. I just, there's not really a point of just playing Professor Dave's video within my video, within Roger's video. Too much videoception going on there. But anyways, this actually shows you kind of how his normal setup is. He just sets the camera up and then he'll start pointing at stuff here shortly with his feather, which I'm sure he will. But anyway, as he was saying, I truly do hope that they have the discussion that Roger wants. I mean, I know in comparison, Roger is a much smaller YouTuber, but I don't know. I think it would just be interesting, and I think it would be good for Roger to learn more about what's actually going on in the universe and the world. But I don't know. Anyway,
that's why I'm excited. So hopefully, because I see he's debating a whole bunch of people, and I hope he will discuss with me. I don't really want to debate nasty or anything. I just want to say, here's the evidence. Can we discuss it?
And honestly, I think if I think he would. I mean, yes, normally in Professor Dave's debates, he does get, I guess, nasty wouldn't be the word I would use, but he gets combative. But to be fair, he's usually debating, charlatans and just people that are trying to con people and lie to them for money, essentially, and to misrepresent science and basically just say science isn't real. So I understand why Professor Dave gets combative in those situations, and it's what makes the debates, in my opinion at least, so entertaining to watch. But I have seen videos of him having discussions with people, like just respectable, normal discussions. So I could see it happening, Roger, and I truly hope it does. I would really enjoy watching that.
And then we'll go from there. However it goes, he's. You just saw what he said. He wants to educate people. Now, educate them or indoctrinate them. That's the key. And I don't know.
Ah, come on, Roger. Don't say that. I hate that that mindset of, not necessarily Roger, I guess, but people like Ken Hovind and James Torr and Ken Ham, where it's like education is indoctrination. It's like, no, religion actually is indoctrination. Now, I don't know anything about Roger's religious beliefs. I've never heard him talk about them or anything like that. I do know for a fact that Roger at least believes the world is not flat, which is great. He knows it's a globe. Mind you, he does believe that globe is an actual living being, so that's kind of a whole different set of problems. But, still, at least he's not a flat earther, and he's definitely not a young earther or whatever, so he's not a young earth creationist, so that's awesome.
Know anything about him. So I'm gonna start digging into him right now, and I'm gonna bring you with me. This guy, I'm telling you, I'm really liking this.
Oh, there's the feather. I knew it was coming.
Here he is talking about Billy Carson is even dumber than Terrence Howard. And here he is, Terrence Howard is legitimately insane.
Yeah, and both of those things are true. I don't know if you've watched those videos, but you should. Dear Lord, those people are a special kind of crazy. Like, you could probably say Roger maybe is a bit crazy or whatever, but he isn't Billy Carson or Terrence Howard crazy. Especially, never mind. But Terrence Howard, his theories are just beyond out there. I mean, Billy Carson kind of just basically seems to copy the whole ancient alien thing with his own little twist on it, but Terrence Howard has a god complex and essentially thinks he's the smartest being to ever exist in the universe. He's something else.
And Professor Dave ruins Flat Earth, or Austin somebody. Now,
That's a great one too, where he ruins Austin Wit. I think it's Witsit or something. Just saying, another great video.
I talked about Terrence Howard and his 1 times 1 equals 2. Yes, that's insane. One of anything.
See, and that's the thing I like about Roger. At least he has some form of like, he doesn't deny science. Like, he doesn't deny just the basics of science for the most part. He just has a very, very, very bizarre interpretation and twist on it. But anyway, this isn't really what I thought it was gonna be. But so I'm gonna stop it here. Maybe I'll come back to it. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But anyway, Roger, you're pretty cool, even if you do believe some wacky stuff. And for everyone else, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for the ring-a-ling-ding thing, and until next time.